Alright, so in this vid, we finna be using my boy Vegeta from Super. Somebody asked me to use base Vegeta from Super for some reason. Honestly, I don't be wanting to use Vegeta. I be trying to leave that to my boy AP because he love Vegeta. I love Vegeta too. Vegeta actually was really my favorite character. But in this game, I ain't gonna lie, I like Goku a lot more. But without further ado, before we get into that, let's get into the intro, bruh. Alright, what's good with y'all niggas, bruh? It's Don Coolio coming at y'all with another video, man. Today, we finna be using my boy Vegeta from Super, like I just said, right? Now, the reason I did the intro at that point was because somebody told me that I don't have to wait the full 60 seconds. Somebody said I could wait either 7 seconds or 10 seconds. So we finna test this theory out. I'm risking my bread for y'all. Please don't let me down, bro. But yeah, like I said, we finna be using Vegeta from Super. Vegeta from Super, I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty, in my opinion, after playing him, he pretty much is just the same. In my opinion, he probably about the same level of like character as Goku from Super. Goku from Super, I mean, they basically literally have the same exact strings and base. Super Saiyan, no, I ain't gonna lie, Goku from Super Saiyan form is definitely way better than Vegeta's 100%. It's not even close. His form in Super Saiyan God, I would say that Super Saiyan God Vegeta is better than Super Saiyan God Goku, and their blue forms respectfully are probably even. In my opinion, they probably even, right? So if I had to choose which character to play, obviously I'm picking my nigga Goku. I like playing Goku in this game a lot more. If I had to say who was my favorite to play in this game, it definitely would be Goku. Even in the other Tenkaichi games and you know, all the other Dragon Ball games, I don't know what it is. I just like fighting. I like fighting as Goku. Even in Xenoverse, my main was Goku with the Sab jacket on. I know y'all know I know y'all know what I'm talking about with that Sab jacket. You know what I'm saying? If you seen a nigga, if you seen a character on Xenoverse, y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think about this, bro. If y'all seen somebody like character, like created character walking around and they had one of the Sab jackets on and you was to end up fighting them, oh, you knew you was losing that fight. It's over. I didn't even have the jacket. I only had it for Goku. I didn't have it on my CAC. I only had it for Goku. So like I said, just some them niggas that was playing them that had it on their CAC was different. Trust me, bro. I ain't gonna lie, me and AP probably get a video in today playing Xenoverse for y'all boys, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I've been meaning to do that, and it's been somebody in my comment section that's always been consistent with this channel, you know, that been steady assing. So you know what, I got you. But I also wanted, well, let me rate Vegeta. If I had to rate Vegeta from Super, if I had to rate Goku, I probably would say he was like an 8.5 out of 10. So I'm not gonna lie, I probably would say the same exact thing for this specific Vegeta. I think when they were making this character, when they were making both of these characters for Super, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, they tried their hardest to make these niggas as even as possible. They really didn't try to make one better than the other. Whereas in End of Z, obviously Goku gonna be better because he got Super Saiyan 3 early. I mean, that's kind of different. Yeah, that's kind of they was pretty much even in like in their early forms. In the Goku mid and Vegeta mid, that's pretty much even. I think Vegeta might actually have an edge because he got the Super Saiyan grade too. But like I said, other than that, most of the Vegetas and Gokus in the game are even, and I think it's supposed to be that way. You know, that's just the dynamic that both of them characters have. One thing also worth noting that with every Vegeta form that he has a step-in gut punch, which I think is cool. However, I don't think it's a single Vegeta in the game that has a step-in rolling hammer. So I ain't gonna lie. I think maybe Blue should have had a step-in rolling hammer or something like that. That's just my opinion. You know, that's something I noticed while playing the game. If I'm wrong about that, y'all let me know down in the comment section. But without further ado, let's get into the topic of the video, which was the current meta of Sparking Zero. Somebody asked me to talk about it. Somebody asked me to talk about the current meta. Now, what is the current meta, you ask? The current meta of Sparking Zero, just like in the video that I made previously reacting to something that Unzed was doing, the current meta is basically just sweeps, double sweeps, and shotgun key blast. That's the current meta of Sparking Zero. I mean, you still got the MUI meta. I mean, that hasn't changed. But we talking about the new meta on the scene, you know what I'm saying, that you seeing people do a lot more, like in the competitive scene. They're going to pick a character that has the shotgun key blast, and they just going to spam sweeps, spam gut punches. And I don't mind the gut punch, but like the sweeps, because it get to the point where you doing the sweeps and then you doing the double sweeps, doing hard knockdowns so that you can go into sparking mode, which, like I said, it is a part of the game at this point. I mean, everybody doing it, so it's not like it's not fair to anybody. I mean, obviously, if you somebody that doesn't use it and somebody is using it against you, I guess it's not fair. But in my opinion, I mean, when you, like, for example, you seen Speedy play Demon Joe, right? Or Kira, you seen Kira play Demon Joe, right? So seeing them play, you saw both of them literally only doing that. That's literally what both of them was doing. And when I went, well, I don't want to say when I went back and watched, because I mean, it was when I went back and react to the video. I noticed that both of them were doing that. You know what I'm saying? Both of them were doing it. In my opinion, Kira was doing it more. But Demon Joe is definitely doing it. Just because Kira was doing it a little bit more doesn't mean that it's not fair, because at the end of the day, Demon Joe is doing it as well. You know? And like I said, that's just one of the new metas. You know, just spamming sweeps. If you, like I said, it will be points in time where that's literally all they would do. You get hit with one sweep, you might as well just know you finna get hit with another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know you finna get hit with another. You get hit with a sweep from the front, know the niggas finna go behind you and try to sweep you for the hard knockdown. And in my opinion, if I had to give my honest opinion on it, I think it's bad for Sparkins. I don't think that's a good thing, bro. Like I said, it's because it's bound to get patched out. That has to get patched out. If they don't patch that out in this next update, they don't care about the game at all. If they don't patch this out by when the DLC comes out, they don't care. They don't give a fuck about this game. I'm gonna just keep it on. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, bro. They don't care. That's something crucial that needs to get patched out. That shouldn't be possible. You know what I'm saying? The maps are too big. You can go too high on the maps for someone to be able to double leg sweep you and basically get a free instant spark off. Not even a regular, like not the instant spark that takes stock, like full stock. The one that all you got to do is charge up. You can literally charge from like literally one key bar all the way up into sparking while they falling, and there's nothing they can do about it. That's trash. You know what I'm saying? That's trash. You got characters that get super armor when they go in sparking mode and all that, bro. So that's trash. I'm sorry. That's very trash to me. I think it shows, in my opinion, it doesn't show skill at the game. And I said this for a little while. The only thing you can really do on Sparking Zero that actually does show some type of skill will honestly have to be just super countering. Super countering is probably the only thing you can do in this game that requires skill. You know what I'm saying? That requires you really diligently sitting there practicing it, you know, over and over again, trying to get it right. That's really the only thing, if I'm being honest with you. Everything else in the game, everybody is going to be able to do. It's not hard at all. It's not hard to double leg sweep. It's not hard to spam a shotgun key blast. It's not hard to do them things. It's not hard to shoot a shotgun key blast at every moment of anytime you get any daylight. It's not hard to do that, bro. That's easy. You know, it's not hard at all. You know, and like I said, it just goes to show the state of this game. You know, all people do when it comes to this game is just abuse broken stuff anyways. All they do is abuse broken shit to the point where now it's normal. It's normal now. Like, now if you fight against somebody and they do that, you damn near just got to deal with it. Just like if you fight against somebody on ranked and they using MUI. It's normal now. You just got to deal with it. You feel me? You just got to deal with it, bro. At the end of the day, you just had to deal with it. You know, ranked is now just a 10 DP, 8 to 10 DP fusion wonderland. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is. And we just had to deal with it now because that's become the norm, because that's something that we let go on for too long. And they never changed ranked. You know, they never fixed it. Singles ranked has never been fixed. You know? See, that's the thing I'm hoping that they do, is fix singles ranked. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's bugs on DP, but DP is really balanced in my opinion. DP is a balanced game mode. Aside from the fact that now you can zone people out with MUI. That's the only thing I can sit here and say that isn't balanced about it. It's just the fact that you can do that. But other than that, bro, I mean, it's pretty balanced. That's what the DP system is for. You know, we don't have nothing like that for singles. You know, it'd be one thing if it was like, if I picked a 10 DP, I could only get matched up against 10 DP, but then match is gonna take a whole hour it's gonna take a whole hour to find matches. You know, and then if it's like, okay, well, if I want to do 5 DP, it's a range that I can, you know, go against for 5 DP. Or, you know, maybe it go off health bars. Or like I said, everybody should start off with the same health or start off with the same damage. You know, something like that, or both. I think that is a simple and easy way to balance rank. That's how that's what rank is supposed to be. It's supposed to show who's better, not who's on the better character. You feel me? You did what I'm saying? It's not supposed to show who's on the better character. It's supposed to show who's better. You know? Like, I shouldn't go to ranked and go against a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and they playing exactly how Kira was playing. Sweep, shotgun, double sweep, instant spark, get around you, spam shotgun till you stop blocking, and then take a whole half of your health bar. Then start comboing, you sweep, shotgun. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's like, ain't nobody trying to play like that, bro. That's a trash way to play. I'm not gonna lie. And if you disagree with that, I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. That's trash, bro. Like, that's trash. Because, I mean, that's not, like, bro, nobody fights like that in the anime. This is supposed to be an anime reenactment type of game. You know, it's not supposed to be like nothing like this. This is not a key blast simulator. And that's what it looked like most of the time. Now, it just looked like a key blast simulator, you feel me? Like, when you watching, you know, real, like, people play this game that's of a higher level, or at least that you would think was a higher level, it just comes down to who can key blast spam the most. Who can hit you with more key blasts, bro. And it's been like that for a while. Because, I mean, even if you look at the MUI meta, I mean, it's just zoning with key blast. You got to use key blast to zone. So, I don't know. Hopefully a lot of this stuff gets nerfed. The only thing I can think about when it comes to the shotgun key blast and the air farm key blast from MUI, the only thing I can think of when it comes to that, y'all, is probably that they can make it vanishable. That's the only thing I can think of that will make it kind of a little bit more playable, bro. If they made it to where you could vanish the shotgun key blast or vanish the charge key blast. That's the only thing I can think of, bro. That's the only thing I can think of. You could vanish that. I don't know. Cause I mean, if you vanish a air palm key blast from MUI and it's from a distance, I mean, you can still get zoned out. So I guess that wouldn't really make a difference. But I mean, shotguns, if you vanish that from close distance and you were to get behind them, that's gonna be able to punish. So they got to make sure they not just sitting there spamming that. You know, obviously the window for vanish shouldn't be nothing too crazy, because that will make the shotgun key blast useless. There's a way to nerf something without making it completely useless. You know what I mean? Like, there was a way to nerf giants without making giants useless. You know, there was a way to nerf androids like Dr. Gero and Android 19 without making them niggas useless, bro. Them niggas are damn near useless now. Like, I don't even understand how people use them. Like, I know it was somebody using Dr. Gero in one of the clan battle tournaments, and he was just spamming false courage. But false courage is easy to deal with now. Like, I know how to deal with false courage now. I'm not finna put it out for y'all just yet, but I know how to deal with that. You fight me, somebody like me or AP, that's easy. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. All he was doing was just spamming perception anyways. He would use false courage and just steady spam. And he would use false courage and steady spam side steps. He wasn't spamming perception. He was spamming side steps. And that's weird. I ain't gonna lie, that's easy cook-ups, bro. That's easy cook-ups, bro. Like, that's very easy to deal with. So like I said, the androids are basically, I don't want to say unusable now, but they damn near are. They not nowhere near as good as they was, bro. They're not nowhere near as good as they was. But that's what happens when when people want to get on this game and just abuse certain stuff, because it makes the game not fun to play. And I bet money they finna, like, if I'm keeping it 100, one of the reasons why they probably delayed the DLC and delay, the trailer and stuff like that or whatever, one of the reasons is because maybe they seen that tournament and they seen how MUI was being played, and now MUI is finna get the crazy. They might nerf MUI crazy. They might do that. They might make it to where you don't get the auto dodge if you behind them, it don't activate. So if they do that, nobody's gonna be using MUI no more. They might make it to where you know what I'm saying, you gotta wait longer in between you do the air palm key blast. They might make it to where, maybe the auto dodge don't activate till later in your health. You never know. They might put a damage reduction on the air palm key blast. They might do a lot of stuff, bro. So that's gonna they probably make MUI not unplayable, because I mean he's still MUI. But they probably nerf him, to the ground. I'm gonna be right. They probably nerf him. You never know. I don't want to say what they are or are not gonna do, but because you can't depend on Bandai to do nothing like that. But also I meant to say shout out to, it was a dude in the beginning that I fought. I think he was using Future Trunks, the buff one, grade 3. And I meant to beam class with him that last match. I don't know if y'all was paying attention. I know y'all listening to me talk, but shout out to him. I meant to beam class, but I think he had started dashing away and I hit him with a final flash on accident. Shout out to him. But yeah, like I said, man, you know, just speaking on the current meta of the game, I don't think it takes skill to do that. I could do that. Anybody could do that. Bro, I'm telling you, it's probably B ranks that could do that, bro, with ease. If all I had to tell them to do was sweep and shoot a shotgun key blast, bro, they're doing that with ease, bro. That's easy money. Bro, that's easy money, bro. Easy money. You feel me? Like, I don't know, I don't even know why anybody would want to play like that. That's not fun, bro. That's not fun. It just feels overly sweaty. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least when I play, I'm throwing hands majority of the time. I might use a super here and there. It feels like I'm a Dragon Ball character. It feels like I'm in the world of Dragon Ball, you know, even though I'm gonna say this, at least when I'm fighting against, you know, people that's, you know, normal people and not psychopaths on the game, you feel me? Like, not nuts. When I'm fighting against nuts on the game, it just feel like it's a battle to see who gonna sweat the most. And me personally, I don't really like to sweat on the game. Me personally, if I'm playing and a nigga starts sweating too hard, they might go instant spark. They might do some crazy, especially on quick matches. We on ranked, I can deal with it, bro, because I'm gonna be prepared for the weirdness. But if we on quick match and you start doing that, bro, like I'm damn near just gonna put the controller down, bro. I'm telling you, that shit be like this nigga right here, bro. Folks transformed into full power Jiren for no reason. He was having a good fight, bro. And folks just transformed to full power Jiren for not a single reason, bro. And obviously, like I said, look at his damage. That type of stuff can bring a nigga back so easily. But I ain't mad at it, though. I'm not losing nothing, and he's not gaining nothing for playing like a bitch. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's on him. I don't care like that. You know, I'm still going to go on with my life and do the same thing I was going to do regardless, which is post this video. So I don't really care like that. But it's just baffling to me at the end of the day. These niggas, like, it's baffling. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. When it comes to all the metas that's ever been in the game, I just feel as though the only thing they do is just push people away from the game. Like, if you ever wondered why people don't play Sparking Zero no more, just look at the metas. You got MUI metas. You had all them metas before, like when the game had first dropped, all the metas of just unblockable ultimates and key spam whenever they go into the instant spark into the unblockable. You had all that. You had the Super Vegeta after image strike spam. You had, bro, just all sorts of stuff. Just think about all that, and bro, think, why would anybody want to play it? And why would anybody come back? Because they know it's gonna be something else. It's just gonna be something else. Even when they patch this shit, it's gonna be some other meta that niggas find out about, bro. That some nigga in their basement that hasn't left for 3 days straight, ain't showered, but just been staring, ain't slept. They just staring at the screen, bro. They gonna find something. I bet money they gonna find something. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, what's Unzed's player thing, his little player tag thing, whatever it's called? Where there is a will, there is a way. There's a reason he has that on his thing, because where there is a will, my nigga, there is a way. Man, you can't put nothing past these folks, bro. And trust and believe, when they find out about it, they gonna start doing it like it's something that was intended to be played in the game, and you can't tell them otherwise, bro. Simple as that. But kind of moving on from that topic, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I like to do. Let's get into the comment of the day. All right, so we got Marquise Dunn. He says, Sparking Zero can never fall off. I play this game almost every day. Nigga under him say, stop trying to get pinned, sad ass. I really like this game. I don't dick ride other people because they don't like it. So that means that the game didn't fall off. We have literal numbers to corroborate this fact. Game is literally in a bad state. Takes forever to find a match if you're S3 and better. All right, so to respond to the initial comment, and I think this is just this is one of those comments that's like a lack of logic behind it. This is one of those comments where it's just this is actually somebody just saying something, in my opinion. So he's saying that Sparking Zero can never fall off simply because he plays the game almost every day. Do you know what? I ain't gonna lie, that might be the most retarded logic I've ever heard or ever seen on YouTube. That's really retarded. That's really goofy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, but that's a goofy comment, bro. I understand. Like, if you love Sparking Zero, bro, I respect that, bro. And more power to you, bro. More power to you for sure. But that doesn't change the numbers that go along with the game to show the percentage of people that left the game. The game is dead, bro. The game is dead, regardless of if you play it every day, regardless if I play it every day, regardless of everybody that watch me play it every day, the game is still going to be dead, bro. The game still fell off. That just because you still play it don't mean that the game hasn't fell off, bro. You feel me? That's like That's like one of them female arguments where a female would be like, aren't most guys, I see a lot of tall guys. I think aren't most guys above 6 foot? But nah, that's just because those are the guys that they choose to focus on. Maybe those are the only guys that maybe possibly that they notice. Just because those are the only guys you focus on does not mean that majority of guys are over 6 foot. Actually, well over majority of guys are under 6 foot, really under 5'10". So, like, that's that female logic in my opinion. You can't have that type of logic, bro. That doesn't make any sense. And it's not a knock on you. I mean, that's just my opinion. Just like you put your opinion. My opinion is that that's a goofy comment, and I think it would be a lot more people to probably agree with me saying this versus you saying that. Even though that's your opinion on the game. You know what I'm saying? If you saying you like the game, that's your opinion, right? You saying you love it, that's your opinion. You playing it every day, that's your choice. But that doesn't change the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a such thing as a fact outside of opinion. It doesn't change the fact that the game is actually dead and it's lost way more than it's gained. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's lost way more than it's gained since it released. You know, it's lost. Well, I don't want to say lost more than it's gained because I guess that don't really make sense in this scenario. But it's lost everybody basically. You know what I'm saying? It barely has even 1% of the player base still on. So that's bad. That's a dead game. That's a failed game. In any regard, just because you love it and just because you play it every day does not change that. I love Sparker Zero, you feel me? But it don't change the fact that the game is dead. Say it all the time, you feel me? But yeah, man, like I said, that was a funny comment, man. Y'all leave me some more good comments in the comment section so I can get some good comments of the day rolling in, bro. That was a pretty mid comment. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know, I'll probably get a better one tomorrow. But yeah, man, shout out to what's his name, Marquette Dunn. Shout out to him, bro. Shout out to him for putting his opinion down in the comment section below, bro. But yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about the current meta, bro. Y'all let me know. What do y'all think about the shotgun, sweep, spam meta, spark and meta? What do y'all think about it? Like I said, me personally, do I think it's as bad as MUI? Nah, I wouldn't say that. I don't think it's as bad as MUI. But do I think it's good, like, for the game? No. Anything that's spammy is not good for the game, bro. Anything that's literally spammy, bro, it's just not good for the game. Most of the time, when you got a game and you got people on the game and they doing something that becomes, like, they're doing something that the game wasn't intended, they're playing the game in a way the game was not intended to be played, and that said thing becomes meta, usually that's not ever a good thing, bro. That's never a good thing, bro. I don't think they envision people sweeping it, double. I know they didn't envision people double sweeping into a hard knockdown. They definitely didn't, think about that. But I know they didn't think about people just spamming shotgun key blasts either. In my opinion, that just doesn't show who's better. In the fight against when Speedy and Joe fought, I mean, I guess you can say it showed who was really better. But I guess in a sense, it just showed who was really better at using that meta, which was Speedy. But in a sense, how the game is played now, that's how the game is played. So in a sense, you could say that Kira is better than Joe, but that's to each his own, man. Like I said, in my head, it really don't show who's better regardless. I'm just using logic that would make sense to most people. But in my head, in Don Coolio's logic, that don't make sense to me, and I don't like it. I don't even like seeing that, bro. Like, if I was to fight something, that's why I'm not fighting nobody, bro. I'm not. It would probably never come a point in time where you will see Don Coolio in some crazy tournament simply just because it get to the point where I would have to deal with that and I wouldn't want to deal with it. Like, if I had to deal with that in the first round of some tournament, even if I beat the nigga, bro, I wouldn't want to play in the rest of the tournament because I know I'm just going to have to keep dealing with that, bro. That's trash. Nobody want to deal with that, bro. Who would want to deal with something like that, bro? You know what I mean? Like, would y'all want to deal with that? Y'all let me know down in the comments. Would y'all sit there for a whole tournament dealing with that? Because me personally, I wouldn't do it. I got better things to be doing with my life than to be sitting here stressed on a game, bro. That's why I stopped playing ranked. I'm not finna be stressed out on no video game, bro, when I don't have to. You feel me? I damn near stopped playing the game, period, playing ranked. That shit, I ain't gonna lie, that shit fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But yeah, man, like I said, y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about the points I made in this vid. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the comment of the day. Y'all leave me some good comments in the comment section so I can go and read them and have a good laugh, man. Y'all put me on something, man. Y'all put me on something. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And Don Coolio out, bro.